welcome to another episode of Fingers of the Past. Today we're diving into the story of one of the most iconic tanks in history, the German Tiger I. Known for its unmatched firepower and formidable presence on the battlefield during World War II, the Tiger I is a symbol of engineering excellence and military might. But how did this war machine come to be? Let's take a closer look at the origins of the Tiger I tank. By the early 1940s, Germany found itself engaged in intense and ever-growing conflicts across Europe. The Wehrmacht, the German armed forces, was constantly looking for ways to outmatch their enemies, and one of their primary challenges was the Soviet T-34 tank. The T-34, with its sloped armor and powerful 76 mm gun, was proving to be a serious threat. German engineers needed to develop something bigger, more powerful, and more resilient. In 1937, the German military initiated a program to develop a new, heavily armored tank. The initial concept, known as the Panzerkampfwagen 6, was designed to be a breakthrough vehicle that could smash through enemy lines. The design focused on three key elements: firepower, protection, and mobility. The result was a tank that weighed a massive 56 tons. Much heavier than most of its contemporaries. The Tiger I's most notable feature was its 88mm K-36 gun, which was capable of destroying almost any tank at long range. This gun, combined with 100mm thick armor on the front of the tank, made the Tiger I nearly invulnerable to enemy fire during its early days in combat. Building such a massive tank wasn't without its challenges. The Tiger I's sheer size and weight made it difficult to manufacture and maintain. Production was slow, and by the time the tank entered combat in 1942, Germany was facing significant logistical issues. The complexity of its design also led to frequent mechanical failures. Its engine, for instance, was powerful, but often overheated, and its tracks were prone to breaking. Despite these issues, the Tiger I's reputation grew quickly on the battlefield. The Tiger I first saw action in the summer of 1942 during the Battle of the Soviet Union. The first Tigers were deployed on the Eastern Front, where their firepower and armor proved to be a serious shock to Soviet forces. In one of its first encounters, a single Tiger tank destroyed 17 Soviet T-34s and 3 anti-tank guns without suffering a single hit. While the Tiger I was a powerful weapon, it was not without its drawbacks. The tank's heavy weight limited its mobility, and its fuel consumption was astronomical. The Germans were also unable to produce enough Tigers to make a decisive impact on the war. Still, the presence of Tiger tanks on the battlefield instilled fear in Allied forces. They became symbols of the terror of the German war machine, and their psychological impact was as important as their firepower. By the time production ceased in 1944, over 1,300 Tiger I tanks had been built. Though the tank was eventually outclassed by newer models and tactics, the legacy of the Tiger I continues to endure. It's remembered as one of the most iconic tanks of World War II, with a design that pushed the boundaries of what was possible at the time. Today, Tiger I tanks can be found in museums around the world, and their story remains a symbol of both the ingenuity and the brutal realities of war. What do you think? Was the Tiger I a symbol of military genius, or was it a heavy burden on Germany's war effort? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Fingers of the Past for more deep dives into history's most fascinating stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.